Mail exploit, ironically. I don't know if anyone knows of this yet. I've done a small search, but from here what I found is if you've pre-ordered the game, and for example you get rewarded items, such as what I have. So I'm going to go ahead and just run up a game real quick. So continue, let's go into Sanctuary, and I'm going to grab a new character, and initially the items I received in the mail for one of the characters I already redeemed will be there. Now, I'm giving this exploit out just in case if anyone has the game already, pre-ordered, you know, that kind of deal. And for example, they ended up using one of the mail items, such as the shield, that does the 10% increase XP. I'm not too sure if going past level 10 stops it, but for the extra loot and items, which I will be pulling up right now, you'll notice from here, I do have multiple of some items. So, for example, the rubber cheddar shredder is level 5 required, but for example, I grab a new character, which I will grab right now, and I play as guest. Items will be there for me to redeem. Now, they only go for the character's account, or the character's level, to be redeemed as. So let me just go through and just grab a guest account. So go through, let's say I click, press start, and let's say I join it. It just takes a moment for me to jump in. I'll grab a new character if I need to. So it says you have no character, fine. Go ahead and click yes. Guest account on my original, so I'll just grab a siren for now. You'll know I have nothing except for the starter items. Going through, again, there's nothing on my old character that my new character initially has. So again, legendary items such as these, the grenade for example. So I go through, press start, social, go to mail. All the items are in here, and I'll show you here on my other character, they've been redeemed. So social, mail, most of them, some of them were redeemed, so I'll go through and I'll show you some of the items. So going through, I have, what is it, 9 mail, this one has 12. If I go for, again, cheddar shredder, grenade mod, click redeem, done. Now I can go ahead and go back a couple. Go into the, I keep doing that up button, I don't know why. If I go into my, skip tutorial, okay. So I go into my inventory, and you'll notice, again, it's there. So skip, it's going to be on me, so drop, if I need to, triangle, and then I just come through. Where's it at? Don't tell me it fell through. There it is. Bam. So now I can pick it up. Bam. And I'll pull it up again. And I have 2 now. Level 1, level 2. I'll do another example. Let me go ahead and quit this game and do a new one. Quit, and then let's do another one. So, random character again. So, join. And this goes for the character specifically in the mail. So if my character, the guest character, ended up, if I level boosted him to level 10, then the item will be a level 10 automatically. It's going to give me the select character, but I'm going to do new character. Let's say I do another Siren if I wanted to, or Beastmaster. Go through. Again. All I have to do is press start. Social. 12 emails are there. Or the mails, I should say. Once I do, just give it a moment. Okay, that's a little bit of a glitch. The game's a little bit buggy. I noticed a few things that are in the game. So for here, right there, the butt bomb, cheddar shredder again. So I can go to accept, go back. Oops, wrong button. Bam. Hello. I'm gonna drop it in front of my character again. It's auto equipped. Drop. Bam, another one. I've already redeemed it in the beginning to get that, you know, extra XP boost, but there are items you can do. For example, if you want to get 2 of the same item, you can. Now I noticed on fighting, well, I'm not going to give too much of a spoiler, but if you fight certain bosses, as far as I can see, they do give a definite drop. If a, for example, for going to the first vault, because it's obvious you go to one of the vaults. When you go to the first vault and you kill the boss, he drops a legendary item. And every time I fought him, he's dropped a legendary item, the same item. A little bit different on stats, but it's always the same item every time I've played him. And what you can do as well, just another exploit inside this mail video, is, so if I go ahead and say quit game, save and quit, go through the loading screen. It's going to take a moment. I do apologize for the wait. Talk a little too much, my bad. I'll go ahead and pull up a few tips you can do. So if you go ahead and press triangle, it'll bring you over to this menu. If you click on settings, down here if you do cooperations, that's fine. Every bit of loot you find is dropped for you and unique to you instanced. Your teammate can't take your loot. So what that does is allows you and the other player to be able to get a chance of their own loot. Again, it's going to be unique to that character, so I can end up picking up a legendary item that dropped on the floor, but they won't be able to see it. But for bosses that drop a definite legendary, you'll always pick up something from there. So it'll be either like a legendary mod, skin, weapon, and you'll always keep picking up double legendary items in case if you want to just build up legendaries for one character and just max them out. For my main character, I did that with a previous character, the guest character right there you see. I ended up fighting the boss and ended up getting a legendary item, dropped it to myself, but the only thing to that, unfortunately, is that the item goes for the character or the guest of the account that is with the player. So for me, I'm a level 22, he's a level 20, or let's say for example 5. We fight the boss and he's dead. I'll get level 22 items, he'll get level 5 items. So there's a little bit of a difference, but you can get some rarity weapons in case if you want to do some challenges. Get 5 legendary items, 30 blue items, you know, do that kind of thing. Pick them up, drop them, someone else picks them up. Do that kind of thing. So there's a lot of things you can do in this game that are a little bit buggy, I noticed. So for example, I'll give an scenario. When I went into the inventory, it's a little bit slow, it takes about a couple seconds to load up. But yes, other than that, yeah, those two exploits are one of the things I did notice after finding the money glitch. Definitely go through and try if you want to. You can get yourself legendaries. There are some missions that drop legendaries indefinitely, and if you have a higher level character that's playing, I'm not too sure about missions on jumping in to someone else's mission and getting the rewards, but I do know for sure jumping into a mission new will get you the items regardless. I do have a couple of characters if you want to take a look. Let's see. Oops, I've gotten load character. So I do have a couple of characters, so I did do a few experiments on my end. I noticed Maze was the first person I played as. I ended up jumping over to Zane. Really cool character, and I noticed that the mail was increased, which was really cool. I was happy about that. I was like, alright. It made a second one and did some things like that, so you know, I did a couple glitches here and there, and I did pull some items off. Legendaries, non-legendaries, money. You can also, obvious, double money. The Iridium, there is a lot of Iridium exploits out there if you guys want to take a look. Some of them might have a spoilers, either the end of the game, beginning of the game, but you can go through and take a look at those as well. I recommend it if you want to get a little bit of a boost in the game, you know, learn some tricks here and there. Third exploit, I know I'm pulling exploits right out my ear. Third one I did notice is that, let's say for example you leave a planet, which I can end up doing if you guys want, just put in the comments, give us an example of doing this. It's, you leave a planet, let's say you go to Sanctuary, and you looted the whole planet up of maybe one area. You go back into that area and all the items or boxes will be reset. Red chests, I did notice that, like fighting the boss for example, multiple times the chests do reclose and they do redrop some good loot depending on what it is. I didn't notice when getting the diamond key, which I will pull up right here. Let me go ahead and pull it. So social shift. So I went down into my reward history. Oops. Shift back. Oops. Oh, I'm missing something here. Here we go. So in the reward history, diamond loot chest, golden key. I wasn't specified on the item itself, but when I received it, it didn't distinct itself between the other golden keys. It does give you a higher chance of, obviously more loot. I ended up pulling a couple of legendaries. Now, there are some glitches that don't work for Borderlands 3, such as what would work in Borderlands 2, the dual drop a weapon, bam, you duplicated the item. That does not work in Borderlands 3, or the close app of any sort. Going through doing those things will despawn the item. I had a legendary despawn. My friend was still in the server when it happened, so that ended up happening. And if you need to, I can also put into the description of shift codes and anything else. I'm going to be going ahead and doing a couple on the stream currently, and if you need to, you can go ahead and pause and write these down. The YouTuber ended up posting it a few moments ago, so I'm going to just take a look and see if they work. They weren't posted on the webpage, so I'm a little sketchy. I'm going to give it a shot, and then I'll put it in the comments below as well of the codes. So I'll do that, and I'll also put them in right now, letting you guys know and seeing if they work as well. But yeah, definitely always keep yourself posted. Take a look, see if there's any shift keys, anything of the sort. Let's go ahead and get some shift codes and keys. So B3 JCXX6. So JCXX6. If this works, go ahead and go to this YouTuber who ended up posting it. His name is I Am Killer. He ended up posting a video of how to get unlimited golden keys. It's a little bit tricky. You need, I believe, a USB flash drive and just going through and pulling out your saved data. But he did publish this on September 13th, yesterday, and it's pretty cool. I'm just taking a look and getting these shift codes that he ended up putting in the comments below. So I'm just taking a look and going ahead and doing it. So, like I mentioned, so 5JXW3, 5JXW3, 3B33J, so 3B3J. I'm just gonna go ahead and do one for now. I know you don't want to hear me mumble for 5 minutes. so let's do 9S. What was the next three? WT6. And I'll double check I have it. So Z6. 5JX7. 3B33J, 3B33J, 9SW, 9SWT6. So let's go ahead and give it a shot and submit. Awesome, so they do work. Go ahead and check out his channel. He did have these codes posted. Just go ahead and go into a little bit of the details under his, his name, and then it'll have it there. But other than that, I want to give out those exploits for you guys to take a look at. I hope everything goes well. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know how it goes for you. Give me a thumbs up, whatever you'd like, and go through from there and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.